from the All Indiana Podcast Network. It's Diversity Focus Today, a weekly discussion bringing awareness to cultural diversity in greater Indianapolis and surrounding areas. Now, here's your host, Rickie Solid Gold Clark.
And welcome once again to another edition of Diversity Focus Today. I am your host, Rickie Solid Gold Clark, along with our co-host, attorney Mike Murray. Mike is back.
Good morning, Rickie.
Well, thank you. Glad to see you back. A new haircut style, too, don't you?
Yeah,
you're showing more gray there, aren't you, man? What happened here? You only been away a couple of weeks and you stuck your finger in an electrical plug or what?
Hey, got to keep up with you trying to look good, right?
Oh, yeah, man. Look, I ain't got no hair, so you better get that, shave the rest of it off then and join the ball club. We take memberships completely.
I don't know if I can rock it, Rickie.
Oh, you can't rock
it? I don't know if I can rock it.
And our special guest today is Annette Johnson, Pike Township Trustee. Welcome, Annette.
Welcome. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Rickie.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, Mike, you got the first question.
Yeah, well, I think, people are familiar with a mayor, with, other officials, but how about the trustee? What does a trustee do?
Well, again, thank you for this opportunity, Rickie, and thank you for that question, Mike. What does a trustee do? And I like how you started it off. You said a mini mayor is what I consider myself, a mini mayor.
Yeah.
Again, over a township.
Mm-hmm.
There are 9 townships in Marion County. I am one of 9 trustees. It's a 4-year elected term, so I'm on my second 4 years. So I'm very proud of that. I ran in 2018, won, took over in 2019, and it's just been a really, really good 7 years. So what does a trustee do? We do anything in the area of emergency assistance. We're there to assist a family, someone in need of emergency assistance. And that could also fall anywhere in the, I would say, rental. You might need assistance with your rental.
Okay.
Monthly rental payment. Mortgages. We do all utilities, water, gas, lights, all that. Burials, as you said. We sometimes have to step in and help a family out that may need burial assistance. Mm-hmm. I have been very blessed as the trustee to bring on a lot of other extra resources that some trustees do not provide, and that has been with a food pantry. I have an on-site food pantry at that particular office that I have. I also have a mother-baby room, so I'm working hard to make sure that I help expectant mothers in need as well. I have a recycling bin because I'm really into the environment, and so I think it was important to have a recycling bin on the property as well so that individuals can make sure that they wanted to recycle items. We have that location set up for those individuals as well. Again, just about anything in the form of emergency assistance. It could be anywhere from helping my senior citizens with their prescription drugs payments. I've ran into that particular situation where they just run out of money every month, and you just need that little extra help there. So I help in that area. Clothing, in the area of school uniforms. I have a partnership with MSD of Pike Township to help social workers with school uniforms for the students. Have been able to have a partnership with Shoppers World, which is located in Pike Township. I'm really big on making sure that the tax dollars stay in Pike Township. So I try to partnership with businesses that are in Pike Township that can help me with resources. So again, just about anything you can think of, that's what I do.
So you're really kind of where the rubber meets the road.
I would say so. I get that all the time because, again, I have kind of expanded the resources so that it's more of a wraparound service when you come to the Pike Township Trustee's office. I know we have specific guidelines we have to follow, but I have been able to kind of, just make sure that those resources I'm trying to, give out parallel to what the trustee's office should be doing.
Yeah.
Now, where are you guys located at?
I am located at 56 and Lafayette Road, 5665 North Lafayette Road. We have a Pike Township government building here in Pike Township. and I have a community room. I also open up that community room for many community meetings. Most of them are HOAs, homeowner
Okay.
association meetings, or take place in that building weekly. And so that's also a big component of helping, the residents in Pike Township as well.
Okay.
So there's an old saying out there in the political world that all politics is local.
Yes.
So it really sounds like
This is local.
Yeah.
definitely.
That has always been my, I would say, vision, is to keep it as local as I can.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how's the utilization of your services? Have you seen that grow, shrink, stay the same, particularly since COVID?
Well, with COVID, of course, things were done a little differently, but just with the climate of what's going on around the country, the city, the state, our services have really been, I would say, utilized. Paying more in the area of utility bills, paying more in the area of rentals. Evictions have been on the rise, unemployment has been on the rise, and so that need has really escalated. And so, my office is just doing everything we can to make sure that we take care of those in needs. Now, keep in mind, there are guidelines that we have to follow. So you have to qualify, of course, and it's emergency assistance. And the key word is what has happened within the last 30 days. And that's where we really pick up from. It's an emergency situation that may have happened in the last 30 days, and that's where the trustee's office comes into play.
And so don't go buying a new car and expecting the trustee
Exactly.
even the payments for 5 years.
Yeah. Just the last 30 days. So you get those disconnect notices. Don't wait till the last minute, right? Because you have to qualify. Right?
Exactly.
So therefore,
and again, just keep in mind fire protection. Because again, I do have a fire department. So Pike Township is a little unique because out of the 9 townships, there's only 3 that have fire departments left, and Pike is one of those.
Okay.
So I have to also provide fire protection for those residents, in Pike Township.
so you're responsible for that as well as their locations and buildings and that sort of thing, and equipment for the fire.
Yes.
For the fire.
Pike
people?
Township has a very, very, I would say, very assertive fire department. We are able to have 5 fire stations, very centrally located throughout the township. So 5 fire stations, which is fantastic. Again, so we're able to make sure we cover all of the boundaries of Pike Township.
And shout out to the firefighters and first responders.
Yes.
I know as my parents have aged, there have been a number of times when they had to call on firefighter for assistance.
And I'm glad
getting up off the floor.
I'm glad you brought that up because you look at fire protection a little different than what you may have looked at it 20, 30 years ago. Think about it. The good thing is we have a division of public education, and we're excited because you're out, sharing safety, public education, public safety. And so in the last, I would say 10 years, at least since I've been a trustee, going on 7 years, you see the fire runs have went down tremendously.
Oh, okay.
And that's what we want. We don't want
Absolutely.
anyone having a house fire and being burnt out and being injuries from that. And I think with having public education incorporated into fire departments, that has been a big helpmate. And so our public education area goes to all the schools, teaches fire safety. We go to all of the senior citizens' homes, retirement homes, businesses, because they're part of it as well. We have to have that particular area as well protected. And we just saw that public education has really helped tremendously. So it kind of goes back to what you shared. A lot of our fire runs now are assisting individuals in senior living facilities and more assistance in car accidents and wrecks like
Yeah, a lot
that.
of first aid runs.
Yeah, so it's more first aid runs. So, yes.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm thankful for that because people in public service positions, they serve the public.
Yeah.
It sounds like your
Exactly.
office, the firefighters, the services you provide are very much service oriented for people who
Most
pay
definitely.
taxes and
Yes. We have, in the last, I would say, just 4 years, done a lot to come to the table and figure out what can we do to make sure we're covering every area of fire safety. And like you said, fire runs, accidents, first aid, aiding, senior citizens and businesses runs like that. And so you have to be creative because, we want our fire department and personnel to stay in existence. And again, the public education component was one of my visions when I became the trustee. So this was created under me, putting that together. I had already had that vision in place that I wanted to do more in public education. And this particular year, we just kicked off another new area in Pike Township. It's called, what did I call this particular? She's a public educator, nurse personnel.
Okay.
And so that individual is alongside the EMS services to go on runs, collect data to see how we can efficiently help individuals that may be, we don't want to say like a frequent flyer, but an individual where they may go to that same particular individual. And then what that person does is we figure out why, what is needed, what resource is needed, and that's where she comes into play at.
Connecting the dots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's pretty wonderful too.
What about sticking with the fire department for right now, what about your recruitment program for those that wish to join the Pike Township Fire Department?
Well, I'm very proud in that area too. As the trustee, I have been able to have a fire recruit class every year.
Okay.
For 7 years, I've done that. When I took over as the trustee, that was one area of concern, just from, individuals that are higher up than me that sometimes make the decisions that our fire department didn't look like a fire department. The numbers were very low and how many individuals worked there. And so I said, well, we have to do something about it. Wanted to bring in more diverse individuals. I'm diverse, so of course that was going to be one of my signature pieces that I wanted to work on immediately. So I have been able to have a fire recruitment class every year, so for the past 7 years now, and we have really built up the fire department. I made history as the trustee. We hired our first African-American female firefighter last year.
Oh, okay.
And so she made the news, and she's just been an inspiration to other, young girls. When they see her out there, they're like, I can do that.
Yeah.
And so just really have brought the numbers up in the area of diversity, African-American men as well. I worked on that the first 4 years and then I put the call out there. I said, why come we don't have an African-American female? We don't know. I said, well, let's put that call out there. See if there's someone that would love to do that. And I met this young lady who just graduated from college in the area of paramedicine and all that. And I thought she would be a great candidate. And there we have it. And she is housed at Station 64.
And where's that at?
It's located right off of 52nd and Georgetown.
Oh, that's
you.
That's close to me. Well, I hear the fire runs and the ambulance runs. So you guys, that station is pretty busy.
Oh, that's one of our busiest. Yes.
In our current political environment, the word diversity seems to be somewhat of a hot wire or hot rail or curse word even.
Yes.
Can you speak to a little bit about the importance of diversity? Why does it matter?
I think it matters because someone paved the way for me. Who would have thought I would be the trustee in Pike Township? I started off in the field of education. I'm an educator, still teaching at a couple of universities here in the city. And I just think it's important that everyone is given a chance. Everyone has the opportunity to thrive, to fulfill their dream, to be that person that they want to be. And so even with, my newest firefighter, which, female and coming on board, she's a trailblazer. And we've had wonderful conversations because it was scary for her, she said.
Yeah.
I'm the trailblazer. People are looking at me. They're going to look up to me. They're going to and I have to make sure that, I'm doing everything to make us look good. So I think it's important because diversity, everyone should be given the opportunity. It should be fair, equal playing field. And so that's why I work so hard with my fire chief and the individuals that, I have to, that I come in contact with every day. When I took over as trustee, they're looking like, okay, this young girl, look at her. What does she know about township government? Well, the good thing is I had 14 years experience because I served on the township board.
Right.
So I sat there in that seat for 14 years and tried to learn and grasp everything I can. So when it was time for me to make my move, that's how I got to this position. So yeah, diversity is very important. It's very important.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, just
And
for
I get to
full
speak about it.
participation.
Yeah, full
Yeah.
participation. I get to go about and talk about it and, share the story.
Well, that's good because you're right. It's needed. I mean, we go through this all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
the name of the show, Diversity Focus Today, and folks that have normally supported us because of what's going on in the political arena has pretty much backed off. It's like, oh, well, can you rename it? No, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
And I tell folks, look, this climate at the max is 4 years. You guys can make a change within 4 years, okay? Really, and in 2 years, you could say, look, we ain't going for what's been happening.
Right.
You can make a change there. The signal can be sent out at that particular time and say, uh-oh, maybe what we've been doing is not doable. So, all these years, people have been promoting diversity and,
Yes.
excuse me, and civil rights.
And I think it's important, Rickie, that, I be the poster child or I make a good impression. So when people see me in this role, they understand that she has worked hard to get there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very deserving as well. And just like I said, just because I'm, been there for 7 years, I don't just stop. I, again, think about what I can do to even enhance our fire department and bring other innovative ideals. I'm pretty, like I said, very excited about the new position that we have with the community it's just not educated, community resource individual. And so excited that I will be presenting at a conference next week for township government. We are one of the poster childs as far as township government with this new position that's going to be, that's out in the community. So I have an opportunity to share what we're doing in the area of innovative, leadership.
Okay.
And so I will be presenting to over 1,005 trustees around the state of Indiana what we're doing in Pike Township.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is great. Give it this call. Ooh. Now, listen, the other thing that we wanted to speak to you about, because I've watched your career climb. I've watched you as you were on the board and as you climbed and continue to climb into the position that you're in. I don't know. Well, this is a fair question. Do you have other aspirations as you continue to climb? I mean, you're in the Democratic Party. You're a Democrat.
Yeah.
I guess somebody must be a Republican sticking his coffin.
Yeah, sticking it in there.
But what aspirations do you have for the future? I mean, how long do you want to be the trustee? Is that you can be a trustee forever, I guess, can't you?
Yes, there's no term limit on a trustee. So as I said, I'm in my second 4-year term, so I'll be finishing up 8 years at the end of next year. But I will be running for re-election.
Okay.
And
Heard it here, folks.
You heard it first. That's right. And that's running for re-election.
Yes. But there are other aspirations. It would be great to go to this, the State House and make a difference, or just have my voice there, because I think that's what it would be for right now.
Yeah.
It would be great. We talk about a township trustee is a mini mayor. I'm going for being a mayor.
Well,
And so there's aspirations. There's other areas for growth. We just have to see what the climate is, like you just said a few minutes ago. Is it something that this community or this city is are they ready for an African American female mayor? I don't know. Again, there's talk of that, and so I'm asked that all the time, so you're not even out of line. I get
Well,
this
good, because
question. Yeah.
'cause I watched, like I said, watch your career and
Yeah.
and supported you in many ways. So therefore,
Yeah.
I think you would be a good mayor
I hope so.
somewhere
We'll
down
see.
the line. You're a great
You had to
trustee.
come back when you
Yeah,
when you
I
make
mean,
that.
When you announce that I am
Yeah,
running
yeah.
for, so therefore, because you what, as my kids say, Dad, some of these politicians are just tired. Well, you got to get some new blood in there.
You have to have someone that's, very, I would say, excited about the position and the job, and I think that I am. I mean, I have just really been blessed. I have been, again, I just shared this, about 1,005 trustees throughout the state.
Yeah.
And I was awarded Trustee of the Year
Oh, were
in
you?
2022.
Okay.
And that was my first 4 years of being a
Okay.
trustee. So it was a phenomenal honor. But my peers felt like, in 4 years, you have just flipped Pike Township
Yeah, you have.
around with everything that, just being innovative, even with the fire department, the decontamination building. Nobody has a decontamination building in the state.
Okay.
So Pike Township is the first one to have a decontamination building. And that's just to protect our firefighters, to make sure that there's other areas.
Well, let me ask about maybe one of the elephants in the room. As a public servant, in this current environment where things are so polarized, do you have any concerns about threats, risks, uncivilized behavior?
I
Where's
do.
your head about that?
You mean just as a public official walking around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike, such a great question. I had something just happen to me this past Saturday at a event that I was participating in at my church.
Oh.
I attend Friendship Missionary Baptist Church, which is located in Hallville area.
Right.
And a community event where it was thousands of people there. And someone did come up to me and approach me in a very, very negative manner.
Wow.
And so, the first, I would say maybe 10 seconds, I'm thinking, now, where is this going? And how do you react to this? All I could do was remain calm and answer the question. I know I was really focused on looking that person in the face and talking to them eye to eye. But I did let them know, this may not be the atmosphere and this may not be the time. And if there's anything that you may need from me, let's sit down and talk in a more, civilized manner. But yeah, just a few minutes, I felt a little threatened, and some of my church members were around me, and they were like, let us know if we need to do something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do we need to remove that person off the premises? The good thing is the mayor was there too, so there was quite a few police officers
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's scary because, again, you live and you work in the community that you serve.
Right.
And so I'm at the grocery store. I do everything just like everybody else does. Go to the gym, do this, do that. And so you just never know who's going to approach you. But, we live in scary times, and all you can do is hopefully the situation ends in a positive manner.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Well, it sounds like you handled that one pretty well,
Yes,
person
I thought
to
about
person.
that. Yeah.
What do you think from a greater society perspective, what do you think we need to be doing in order to kind of get back to a time where people could agree to disagree?
That's it right there. We have to learn how to utilize, there may be some disagreements. We may not agree, but we're all in it for some reason. We all have a point of view. And it's your right to have a point of view, but it's not your right to inflict any kind of harm or danger on someone. So I think we got to get back to respect. What happened to respect?
Yeah.
Being respectful.
As Aretha said,
And that's what I would share. And I teach a sociology behavior course, and I'm always teaching that to my students. We have to be respectful, and we have to learn how to communicate in a manner that no one feels threatened.
Yeah. communicate with words and not with guns and bullets.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. It's just
Well, we got
unfortunate.
less than 5 minutes to go. So can you go over all the things that the trustee does? Plus, mention your phone number and the location for those that don't know.
Well, again, the duties of the trustee, to offer fire protection, poor relief. Again, we just oversee distributing poor relief, in whatever area that may have come about in an emergency service situation. Again, we have to meet certain Indiana codes. So, of course, you have to qualify. You have to have documentation and things of what may have happened for you to get in that particular situation.
Okay.
Burials, again, and other financial areas with utilities and, like I said, school uniforms. We do food vouchers on top of the food pantry. We let people come and get food out of the pantry, but we also provide food vouchers because we may not have what you may like. And, we want to make sure that you're taking care of any essentials in those areas as well.
Okay.
Our office is at 5665 North Lafayette Road, off of 56 in Lafayette Road, and our hours are from 8:30 to 4, Monday through Friday.
Okay, and the phone number?
317-291-5801.
Okay. Now, do you have you can go online, right, to reach you guys?
Yes, everything can be done online. We have a website. Again, been very instrumental with putting together a website. The trustee's office never had a website, but now I have a website with every area of what we do for the township, from the fire department, videos, audio, just about everything you can think of, all the forms. If you're not able to come in person to the office, we provide the forms online, so you can just email and send us whatever you need. Okay. So we try to cover every area that we can and just work with individuals, even with burials. We're looking at a whole different area, and I'm doing a lot of research on that too, with churches and pastors that are having this issue with burials. We're trying to figure out if we do cremations. It's a lot is what's going on right now, because a lot of families cannot afford the burials. So yes, a lot going on at the trustee's office.
Sounds like it. Okay, give us the location one more time, because we're under a minute now.
5665 North Lafayette Road, right off of 56 and Lafayette Road. It is the Pike Township Government building. If you need anything, I am very transparent. I'm a very transparent trustee who is out in her community every day doing something. As a matter of fact, when I leave you, I will be going over to Ortho Indy, YMCA, for the health fair today from 12 to 3.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I'm glad you got that in. Mike, anything else? We got 30 seconds.
Well, just thank you very much for being here and explaining a little bit about your services to the public. I think people need to see their tax dollars at work.
That's it right there. Tax dollars at work.
Amen.
All right. Time for us to go. So remember, it takes both black and white keys of a piano to play the Star Spangled Banner. With that thought in mind, we now bid you a farewell.
This is Diversity Focus Today with Rickie Solid Gold Clark. Watch Sundays on Wish TV. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast and check out other great podcasts on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Online now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.